You will have the opportunity to ask me to repeat the said question so that you understand before you answer. For today, Mr. Witness, we shall go through some issues. And the issues will be: you will tell us about your educational background. You will also tell this commission about the tenure at the prison service and the different positions you have held over the years. You will also tell the commission about the procedure that is used for admitting prisoners. And in particular at Mile 2 Central Prisons. Mile 2 we would like you to tell us about the capacity of the cells. And this will be related to the different wings in Mile 2. Being the security wing, the remand wing, the main yard, and the female wing. We would also like you to tell us about the activities of the NIA officers and the junglers. In particular to the fact that they used to bring persons for detention. At the prisons without any warrant of admittal. We will discuss about your knowledge on maltreatment and torture and abuse of prisoners. In particular by prison officers. We will discuss the condition and standard of the food that is served to prison. We shall talk about the incident of the dead cow. We shall discuss the daily treatment and procedure of handling prisoners. We shall discuss the medical procedure that is used for prisoners. We shall discuss the death of prisoners at Mile 2 prisons. And how the bodies are handled. Finally, we shall talk about your detention. Of the Mile 2 Central Prison. For 22 days. That is the issues that we shall discuss. When we finish on those, I will hand you over to the chairman. For any questions that the chairman or the commissioners may have for you. After that point, you shall be given the opportunity to make any comments or recommendations you may have. If we are clear and you're ready to proceed, we may start.
Yes, I'm ready.
Can you state your names for this commission?
Yes, Jombo Jallow. My name is Jombo Jallow.
Mr. Jallow, do you have any other names that you're known by?
Fodum todolu bijele bang ike kumandi menna.
Ninte tomu Jombo leti.
My name is Jombo.
Just as a point of clarification, so you are not known as a nickname called Jimbo.
Wolem nyinti purka nyin senandi katu Jimbo fota janna ni Jombo fodum bari ibukete kumandi Jimbo la mobe yelon Jombo dronela.
Ninte tomu Jombo leti. Jimbo bijele bari ninte tomu Jombo leti.
My name is Jombo. There is a Jimbo there.
Ofango tomu Lamin Sow leti.
His actual name is Lamin Sow.
Thank you very much, Mr. Witness. For clarification, it was important to establish that his name is actually Jombo and not Jimbo, known as Lamin Sow.
Numbara bake sedo betata bake nyin dinkira e senea ko ito mu Jomboleti bara manke Jimboti meya.
Please, can you tell this commission about your educational background?
Saying afanyin commission ila karang adatata nyameng adatata mintole fo kata ya karang bandameng.
Nganna karango kuma Sifo Primary School.
I started my education at Sifo Primary School.
1977.
1977.
1982. Tata Gunjur Secondary School.
In 1982, I went to Gunjur Secondary School.
In Tata Gunjur Secondary School.
When I went to Gunjur Secondary School,
Form 1, kenga Form 2, kenga Form 3, kenga Form 4. Ke.
I did Forms 1, 2, 3, and 4.
After being Jita Auto,
After I completed,
Nata joined prisons.
I joined the prison services.
Mr. Jallow, so you stopped at Form 4 and then you dropped out.
Yes.
And then you actually...
Form 4 bang ye da ha karang la idunta prison do ko la utumole.
Yes.
Can you tell us when you joined the service?
Afanyin sanjumale dunta do ko la.
Joined the prison 1990 on the 2nd January.
I joined the prison service in 1990 on the 2nd of February. January.
Can you tell us the procedure that was followed for you to actually join the prison service?
Afanyin munni munne kake puru imsi mari tano do ko la pour kadum kasola do ko la.
Selection ole announced no.
A selection was announced.
So Ntata J.
I went there.
So Yen select.
I was selected.
Exams ke.
I took an examination.
I cannot pass.
By God's grace, I passed.
Inata a BFT will beke.
And then we had a BFT.
CRO.
We had our fingerprinting, CRO.
And the medical exams will beke.
We also took our medical examination.
Banta.
After all of that,
training was start.
We started our training.
But selection aketa 1999 lakona.
But this selection took place
1989, sorry.
This selection took place in 1989.
So bring out procedural beke fonga bang.
After we completed all of that procedure,
then inata dedi molla nyanta report la lungamin.
Then we were given a date on which to report.
Reporter on the 2nd January.
We reported on the 2nd January. That was the day our heads were shaved.
So training
and we began the training.
Trained for 7 good months.
After which we were posted. And we took our practicals.
And somebody in Kiralto.
They took us to various places and showed us this place, showed us the various places.
Because at
the time we were not familiar with the place, so they had to show us.
Because ibuka mo samba ya samba dulato do imanje itandala andung luntangole mo dulato.
You don't take somebody to a place and not show the person the place, especially when they are strangers.
Mr. Jallow, if I may just take you back a bit.
Mr. Jallow,
Can you tell the commission how long your training was for?
For commission ya aliye wucheje leke karangola.
Na karango nga sanji fenko nga kari woro wula lekala.
And in those 7 months, you qualified to now be a prison officer.
Was kari woro wulo konolem inata do ko koendi purka ke prison officer ti.
Yes.
So can you now tell this commission where you were first posted when you qualified to be an officer?
Sa imbrali yo karango bang hanfo silang ye do ko nyin ko dati ye samba min tole follow ye posting da muta min tole.
Bring ngana practical obeke fonga bang.
At the completion of our practicals,
Sa nga dinkiral beje.
and after visiting all the various places,
Nada na passing out ke.
then we had our passing out.
Wo passing out bita botala wo monde min na nga ke Saturday le.
After the passing out, which was on a Saturday, the following Monday,
Then Saturday passing out keta. Then Sunday Monday mbe reporter.
passing out was on Saturday, and on Monday, all of us reported.
Yentol transfer Joshua prisons.
We were transferred to the Joshuan prisons.
As Sanji Konontole ke Joshua.
I was there for 9 years.
Mr. Jallow, so your first posting was at Joshuan prisons.
Amunta la do ko ya dati follow ke Joswan kasolela.
Yes.
Can you tell us what your responsibilities were?
Afanyeng be woto tumo men munimune muila do ko ti Joswan kasola.
Mbeje wato minna.
The time I was there,
I was the most junior officer.
I was the most junior officer.
Katara Gate Lodge.
I used to be at the Gate Lodge.
Katara Class 1 Kachabo Muta.
I used to be at Class 1, in charge of the keys.
Katara Back Gate.
I used to be at the Bar Gate.
Kata outside parties come farfar lolteng.
I used to go to outside parties, like clearing.
Kabalayas Fanansamba Fitar Lal.
I used to also take the sweepers.
So
So that was the way I
In
rotated.
this commission, that your responsibilities was that you were in charge of prisoners.
Amunta ila do ko munyinti itebe kasolam kolu fon le kantakan.
Yes.
At that time, what type of prisoners were brought to the Joshuan prisons?
Otembo ka kasolan ka fason jumal le nati kasola je.
Joshua prison camp, Omo Campoleti.
The Joshuan prison is a camp.
Ikaminu nati je minu ya lonko ila kasol mansia bake.
The people they brought there are the ones whose
Sentences
are not
short.
short.
Because je open campolem num.
Because that used to be an open camp.
Among fence,
It wasn't fenced.
in Joshua Iron Lebije.
The irons were the ones there.
In Ronwell, airport Ronwell.
The airport runways.
So you will sansang kaso belanu.
That was what they used to fence the prison. That was why at that time they never took anybody there who was serving a long sentence.
Mr. Jallow, was it also serving as the juvenile wing then?
Ako tembo dum fo dindindingulu menu ke soron juvenile o fo kanal ko fanal nati jele otumo bang.
No wato juvenile man soto je.
At that time the juvenile wing was not there.
Because wato jebe nyameng minli alon ko ila kasol man siya bake. Ika wolle nati je jebe anibe lorin silo kang ika kasoton kol jele.
At that time, the way the place was, because it was open, the only people they took there were those that were serving short sentences.
So how long did you stay in Joshuan prisons for?
Ye wati jele ke Joshuan kasola je do kola.
Adoko ke je sanji kononto.
I worked here for 9 years.
Can you tell the commission after the 9 years where you were moved to in the service?
Saying of commission e biri la sanji kononto banje yes samba mintole.
Bringana sanji kononto banje inatan transfer mile 2.
After the completion of the 9 years, I was transferred to mile 2.
Mr. Jallow, can you tell this commission what was your rank and role at mile 2?
Afanyin commission e mile 2 biri sa wondi je o tembo mu rank le bebulu andung woto fanang ebe mun doku.
Wato mina atra kopulole mundi.
By the time I was transferred to mile 2, I was a corporal.
And this was in the year?
O Musa Njuma Altinu.
A couple of 1997.
I became in 1997.
Continue to tell us the roles you played in Mile 2.
Time Brita Mile 2, Elado ko e munedila inyantal mundoku fason na kalaje.
Birin ndata Mile 2.
When I got to Mile 2,
be yadole kononu.
I was inside the yard.
Keta 2ICT.
I was a 2IC.
Sergeant Olomunna officer in charge.
A sergeant was my officer in charge.
Delamala 2ICT.
And I was his 2IC. I also have my subordinates.
For almost Sanji killing.
I was there for almost a year.
1999.
In 1999,
in Samba Janjambure.
They took me to Janjambure.
Ndata Janjambure.
I was in Janjambure. Working there.
Kata Farokono.
I used to go to the rice fields with the prisoners. I go to the farms with them. I used to perform some duties also inside. By God's grace, I was there for 2 years, 5 months. I returned.
Not a Mile 2.
I came to Mile 2.
Sorry, Janjambure. 2 years, 5 months.
Sorry, I was in Janjambure for 2 years, 5 months.
Not a sergeant or
Then I was promoted to the rank of a sergeant.
And a sergeant also Janjambure.
I was a sergeant in Janjambure.
Not a Muruna Mile 2.
Then I returned to Mile 2.
Mile 2.
When I returned to Mile 2, I was working inside the yard
as officer in charge.
As the officer in charge.
A 2IC soto.
I had 2 ICs.
Third in command soto.
I had a third in command.
A shift ole man.
I manned a shift. I was their superior. And we used to swap one another.
Shift all morning bijele, ika morning kele, ika afternoon ke, ika night ke.
The shifts were morning, afternoon, and night. And we used to change guard like that.
This week near morning ke.
This week, if you worked in the morning.
Next week ibita afternoon.
Next week you'll work in the afternoon.
After week ibita night, nibota night eta afternoon.
The next week you'll go to night. After that you go to afternoon. So that was how we worked at that time. I was there. I was working. Then I was removed and taken back to Janjambure.
That was 2006.
That was in 2006.
Sorry, Mr. Jallow. So it is correct to say that you have worked in every prison service in this jurisdiction?
Yes.
It is also correct to say that up to date you are still a prison officer?
Yes.
Can you tell this commission that in this 30 years, because from the way you have narrated, you have worked for the service for 30 years, is that correct?
Yes.
So that, just to point it out, must mean that you know the prison service very well.
I'm conscious of many things. I know many things.
Thank you for answering my question. So, in that 30 years, had you ever been posted anywhere else outside of the prison service?
Taken to a place.
Can you tell the commission about it?
Mile 2 Yensamba Serekunda station.
I was once taken from Mile 2 and transferred to the Serekunda station.
Landing Bojang Koto.
Under landing Bojang.
Sorry, Mr. Jallow. When you say Serekunda Station, can you explain better so we understand?
Niko Serekunda Station mune façon station mo fonyem pour nga faham.
Serekunda Police Station.
Serekunda Police Station.
Yen Samba Landin Bojang Koto.
They took me and I worked on the Landin Bojang.
Tax force.
At the tax force.
Combined force lem.
It was a combined force.
Prisons BJ.
They were prison officers.
Fire service BJ.
They were fire service officers.
You have immigration.
They were immigration officers.
You have PIU.
They were PIU officers.
You have drug squad.
They were drug squad officers.
You have CI Nyokang.
All of these combined together. And all of them were on the Landin Bojang.
As Commissioner of Operations.
As the Commissioner of Operations.
Mr. Jallow, can you tell us what was the purpose of this task force that was set up?
Time, Mr. Jallow, a fonyeng yo molu menu be kafunyo makabu fanala ila do ko famu muneti no ngotumo.
Ila doko warta numbak.
Their role was wide
because tax force mu force leti numia lonko wolle ka patrol.
The tax force was the force that conducted patrols.
Because wato Serekunda kono crime rate sul siata back.
Because at that time the crime rate in Serekunda was very high.
Because Serekunda wato jeni jesa mo ye mo baramalem ye mo so murolalem ye mo la bitiko telem. Crime was too much.
Serekunda at that time you constantly hear that someone has been injured, someone has been stabbed, a shop.
Sorry, Mr. Jallow. If we may go back a bit, I think my question was, what was the purpose for the setting up of the task force?
Ko haya hakitu abe muruni la ko marwandi ay nyina nyinin kanun ko wo task force wala mu kafo men yali kafu nyoma wo nya wo lu nyanta mun doku façon nekela.
This is what I am telling you like this.
Ndolbi jele na commander le won ikonye ko al report Serekunda police station.
One time we were called by our commanders to report to the Serekunda police station.
Because kebal le damal kachata police kebal damal le kachata.
Because the senior police officers had a discussion.
Yaje ko crime rate sul siata Serekunda kono back.
And realizing that the crime rate was high in Serekunda,
and
if they did not allow officers to go on patrols, the amount of severe.
Because Serekunda
has a high population.
And you have various nationalities.
Many people reside within Serekunda. And some we are not employed and they were only involved in criminality.
Police crime rates to protect life and properties.
That was what the senior police officers observed and realized, and because their duty is to protect life and property,
so
that was why they took us there.
Because first day 2 days
because the first 2 days that I went there, I was scared.
Because
I see people who are bleeding and you would hear that someone has been stabbed and brought to the station. And when the person is brought to the station, a statement is taken from the person.
Then from there,
and then from there, they will take the individual to the hospital.
Because
if the individual starts first at the hospital, they will not treat the person. They must first go to the police and obtain a police report.
So
and after they take down that report, then they will take you to the hospital. The time I saw that myself, I nearly got discouraged.
Because
I was not used to seeing that kind of bleeding on someone. But I saw to it that it was my work and I couldn't refuse it. And so I endeavored
nata taraje
and remained there.
nata je kutake ngad dindingol dol minu taraje.
Some of the junior officers I found there,
ni wole do ko okay,
I worked with them.
kadulali tandinna
They used to show me places
bawo manjelo luntangole mundi
because I did not know the place. I was a stranger.
fonga faham
I also eventually got to be acquainted with the place.
bidina commander ya kalamata ko say ngadula faham le.
After my commander realized that I am now very versed with the terrain,
he made me as a ground commander of task force.
he made me the ground commander of the task force.
Dindingol be nata tarantele koto.
And so all the junior officers were under me.
Ni nata suto
When we come in the night
nyanta tala patrol la
and we are to go for a patrol,
ka fall in le
we used to fall in,
boys all brief
we brief the boys.
do bi jeng ko momin ka benji akatale for 90 something officers.
Sometimes the officers that will converge would go up to 90 officers or more.
Police kebal be kanale
All the senior police officers used to be there
kanale kang address
and they used to address us.
so wato tinyaro be siarim ba ke serekunda ko
Within Serekunda was very high.
Mr. Jallow? Sorry that I had to just stop you there a little bit. Are you trying to tell the Commission that the role of the task force was to help limit and prevent the crime rate that was in Serekunda?
Amunta iba fala ko task force nying ila do ko mu nyineti ko pour wo kruya ko ni tinyarul men ka Serekunda atelle la do ko mu pour ka no masata ka lodula kala anin ka o kruya ko lu jindi fatro sifa.
Yes.
And because of that, they found it necessary to take officers from different sections of law enforcement.
Andungo dalilo le ya sabu ya je ko nyanta molu tombon nale kabo kanto nin tankada bunda façon lu bela kali kafu nyoma.
Yes.
Can you tell this commission if the task force worked?
Afanyin commission ay saying wo task force bral benta jale do ko damuta fo wo dalilo kenole hanu fo aketa nyama bang.
Yes.
Can you tell us how it worked?
Afanyin ado ko nyin nata atamata nyadile aliyo dimbado be nyadile.
nata start ka funti kata patrol la.
Then we started going out on patrol.
Nka patrol nka bandiol muta.
We used to patrol and arrest bandits.
Because ndefango mingi na grupo nka nyotalale.
Myself, my group, we used to divide ourselves.
Dolka pick up oleta.
Some take a pickup.
PIU fananka backup dintolale.
And we were given a backup by the PIU.
Nka group PIU officer katarajela.
And in every group, there were PIU officers.
Dolka tara motolto.
Some were in the vehicles.
Dolka tara foot patrol.
Some were on foot patrol.
Ka patrol wole nyama fofano eke.
And that was usually the way we patrolled until they broke.
Ninga minu mutange samba
Them to the station.
ntefango minjateng.
I personally,
Tenga sunjamalle muta.
I arrested many thieves.
Asungol muta minu yalon ko ye sajio le sunya.
I arrested thieves that stole sheep.
Ya ye fajo suang bade kole to jam.
They slaughtered them at the Joshua Cemetery.
Ye bulandi nan taxi kono.
They put them on a taxi
Ye samba nam purke samba Serekunda marseto.
and they were taking them to the Serekunda market.
That was around 3-4 ma fangola.
That was around 3 or 4.
Taxi nyinje.
I saw the taxi.
Nga taxi nyin no manang.
I followed the taxi.
Nga no manang.
We followed it
Undunta marse kono.
until we got into the market.
A lota.
It parked.
Boys on janjanta.
The boys spread around
Nga nge attack.
and we attacked them
Nge muta.
and apprehended them.
Biding nge muta.
After we apprehended them,
Nate nyininka nyin.
where have you gotten these sheep from?
Nate nyininka.
And then we asked them,
Nata fontole ko ye bondi Joshua mbade kolet.
and then they told us that they took them from the Joshua Cemetery.
So inata was sajiolta.
Now they took the sheep.
Nata was sajiolta.
We took the sheep
Nge samba stationot.
to the station
Nge itandi na keballa.
and we showed them to our senior officers.
So wol nata kankula.
And then they announced
Ko momo ya lonko.
that anyone who
Ila sajio filita.
has lost his or her sheep
Sina.
should come But these sheep were later sold out because they did not know who the owner was. And if they were left there, they will get spoiled. So they charged those individuals and they took them to court. And they imprisoned them. I witnessed that. There were others who they used to be in Dipakunda. They were up to 11 individuals. One of them was on a wheelchair. There was a particular house in Dipakunda. I think they say it belonged to the Alcalo. That was where they based. That also, myself and my team, we went to attack them. When they caused any mayhem, after they moved from that, that's the place they used to lie down and spend their time. So through the information we got, we came to realize that that was the place they used to base. They used to be there until when it's late, around 2 a.m. Around 2 a.m. That was the time they will get up. We came to apprehend them and took them to the Serekunda station. That was the very day that they were charged. And they were taken to court. And all of them eventually got imprisoned. We were the ones that personally escorted them to board them on the vehicle.
Mile 2 prisons.
We took them to the Mile 2 prisons.
6 months.
All of them were imprisoned 6 months for 6 months.
Thank you, Mr. Jallow.
Tax force be wale nyamanu.
Mr. Jallow.
That was the way the tax force was.
So you're telling this commission that the task force was effective in the fact that it reduced the crime rate and most criminals were caught?
Task force yela do ko ke anyamale hanu fo kuruya talata katu mo kurun jamal le muta.
Be wala nyama.
Yes, that was the way it was.
Thank you. Mr. Jallow, I'd also like you to tell the commission, having served, what do you understand about the prison service? What is the role of a prison service?
Mr. Jallow, why risai yes sanji tansaba ke do ko la kasokono. Sai itala fahamu ro mumuneti kaso fango adalilo mumuneti kaso aka kolu tamandi nyadi la kamoke nyadi le.
Kaso dalilo mumenti ka prisoner ka reform.
The purpose of the prison is to reform the prisoner.
Rehabilitate.
To rehabilitate.
Repatriate.
To repatriate. This is to say that to give them good behavior. You handle them with care. And when they leave prison, they will become useful in society.
Prison officer 3 principle.
This is the principle of the prison officer.
Plus, what sort of conditions would be expected of a functional prison?
Afanya mfana woto kasokono atamandinya wo fanan anyanta tarla nyadi le mensa kendi hanfo moye fali.
Kasokono sartol ni nyantol lebije.
Within the prisons, there are rules and there are rights. Those rules and rights, those are the ones that you operate on. When a prisoner comes into the prison, first of all, you have to counsel the individual and try to make them calm down and put it to them that whatever God wills, there is nothing anyone can do about it. You also put it to them that being there does not necessarily mean that that is the end of everything in their life.
Ya hakilo sabatindi.
And you calm them down.
Isaje ko ate amanyen na detelaje.
So that they are free.
Niyo kala foi pareta.
After you have done that to them,
niatra sarate amari mecho no.
If at all, for example, the person is skilled,
isa sambala mecho lala mecho kana filala.
You put them through that field that they are qualified in, so that they do not lose that ability.
Niatra mecho no.
If the person is not skilled,
alafta ka mecho karan,
and wants to learn a skill,
isa mako alafta mecho min karanna.
You assist the person so that the skill that he or she wants to learn, if that skill, that provision was there, as it is expected, you take the individual to that particular learn that skill, so that when they go out eventually, that person will benefit him or herself, benefit his or her family. All of those are within the rights.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jallow.
Mr. Jallow.
So, Mr. Jallow, you're also aware that there is a prison act that governs the rules and procedures of the prisons.
Yes.
And having served 30 years in the service, I'm pretty sure you're very familiar with the act.
And what wairi yesanji tansabake odu kola woto wolua amunta ya fahamle.
Nga fahamle.
Yes, I understand it.
Mr. Jallow, then can you tell this commission, according to the Prisons Act, what is the procedure for admitting prisoners or persons in mile 2?
Woto wairi bota lua kalama. Woto afonye niye monati ibadundi kan kaso kono mile 2 wala kaso wo kaso be nyimbanko kan inyan nimun le nyanta kala ni badundi kan kaso kono
de ni be monati la.
When an individual is being brought to the prisons,
convict prisoner lem,
whether it's a convicted prisoner,
wala remand prisoner lem,
or a remand prisoner,
or a detained prisoner,
or a detained prisoner, these were the categories that came to the prisons.
Sorry, Mr. Jallow. I am asking you as per the act that governs the prison services that you're very familiar with. What is the procedure in it for admitting persons or prisoners in the prisons?
Amunta kamanya nkawala mnyindiko luwa e munefo niye monati badundi kan kaso kono nimune nyanta kala purka omari dundi kaso.
Procedure lebije.
There are procedures.
Niye monati nan kaso kono.
When someone is being brought to the prisons, the person has to come along with a warrant. After the court case against the individual, if the person is convicted, that person has to be escorted by the police officers. And it is that warrant which will indicate that this individual is a prisoner. You will look at the warrant. If the warrant is correct, and it has no problem, then you should admit the prisoner.
Sorry, Mr. Jallow. So just to clarify that point, when you say if the warrant is correct, you're meaning that it should have the right name of the person.
Yes.
And that even in the fact that where the name is not correct with the person before you, the officer in charge has to ensure that it is corrected.
Officer Mayalon Kolebe Jedu Kola, Wonyanta Seneandele Kata, Amari to Senue Safe Kaitobala.
Before the person is admitted in the prisons.
Janiba Mari Dundila Kasokono.
Yes.
And this is what the Prison Act says.
Andu Kasola Lua Fong Fanayolefo.
Yes.
Thank you for that clarification. You may now continue and tell us when the person is to be placed on remand.
afanyen sai natara monata be men sambala rimano fanan na kulu nyanta kala nyaadile
ne monati police ole monati o anybody minu lon ko court dinkiral lem ye monati ya sambana remind
if to remand
be waranto jubelale
you will look at the warrant
atobi jele
the person's name is on it
waranto nyin correctale
the warrant is correct
then iba receive lale
then you receive the individual
ya search officer nyin fango nyala
you search the individual in the presence of the officer
ya book alla diary to
you book the person in the diary
ye receipt buko bondi
and you bring out the receipt book
police o mi ya nati
the escorting police officer
ya to safe
you write down his or her name
ite min ba receive la
you that is receiving the prisoner
ite lewe to kelaje
you will write your name
ye receipt o kuntu
and draw the receipt
ya di police ola
and give it to the police officer
la duplicate o tweetable
and you keep the duplicate
because itele ya receive
because you are the one that received the prisoner
itele be to kela receipt o bala
it's your name that you will write on the receipt to write down the name of the prisoner that has been brought
ye receipt o kuntu
and you serve the receipt
ya di police ola
to the police officer
and prisoner nying ya cancel je
then you cancel the prisoner there
from there ya hand over officer in charge la mimbe mararin siftola
and then from there you hand the prisoner to the officer in charge responsible for that particular shift
will ya allocate cell okono
and then they will allocate a cell for the individual
remand prisoner ka admit ten
this is the procedure of admitting a remand prisoner.
But at that time, the particular individual is not referred to as a prisoner. Is that correct?
Tembo janu kobe pare itafono la nyimari yanko kasola nkolem.
Ni at remind olem.
If at all is a remand prisoner,
and warrant ole anatije,
and it is that warrant that brought that individual there,
and for ya receive,
and you have no other thing to do except to receive the individual,
what or remind, then say abe under remind le.
Then the person is under remand. Because the individual's name is on the book, is in the book. And the receipt has been served to the police officer and taken away. And the prisoner, the police officer had gone, returned back. If you allow the individual to go home, any day that the police come to collect that individual, you that had received that individual, you would be the one to produce him or her. Or wherever that person had gone to, you will have to tell them. That is what shows that the individual is a remand prisoner. Now the person is on the remand. Then you add the individual's name on the roll. If it is 20, now you have 21. This is the procedure of admitting a remand prisoner.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jallow. So you have clarified to this commission that there are only two types of persons to be admitted in the prisons. And these two persons are either those who are convicted or those who are to be remanded.
Aning ye menati follow prior tara remand for janala kobe parela nyimo follow lem.
Yes.
Mr. Jallow, during the periods of 1994 to January 2017, can you tell this commission if those procedures were strictly adhered to?
About 1994, Mr. Jallow, kana 2017, wolua ayo sartolu menu yitandi fodum alikatama nung wole kallo wole lota nung alikatama nung wo drone la bang
ankatama nung.
Were there any other type of persons admitted in prisons?
Fo silang wolu kola fo ika modo fason dolu fanal natile ika mennu dundi nan kasola ke sindije.
Pardon?
Yes.
Can you tell this commission about it, please?
Wo fanang wo mo fason lu fanalu la ko fo nyeng commission to jang.
Remind prisoners soto nyameng.
The way that we have remand prisoners.
Convict prisoners soto.
We have convict prisoners.
Detained prisoner fanan soto wala nyama.
We also have detained prisoners the same way.
Detained prisoner.
A detained prisoner
Wokana through executive order.
Used to come through an executive order.
Ya mari muta.
The individual is arrested.
Man waranti kala.
There is no warrant.
Man fengo fen kala.
Nothing is done.
Ya sambana wo nyama kasokono.
On him, and he is brought just like that to the prison. Individual here. That used to happen then.
Can you tell this commission where the executive orders came from?
Niko executive order.
Executive order akabo office of the president.
Executive order comes from the office of the president.
Or office of the NIA.
Or the office of the NIA.
Or order lekananu.
Those were the orders that came. They used to bring them. And they will tell you, keep these individuals. But when they bring them to us, what do we do? We have a receipt book. They came with no document. They just bring them just like that. And they will tell you, keep these individuals here. We are genius, we are just ordinary workers. And we work on orders. Service is based. When you are given an order which you refuse to obey,
it's a chargeable offense.
That is a chargeable offense, and you surely will be charged.
You have disobedience to lawful order given to you by your superior.
And they will tell you disobedience to lawful order given to you by a superior.
So
that was the reason why they were brought in that way. When they bring them, but even before they bring them, it used to be that our seniors who are within the system, the Director General
of prisons,
would have been aware. All the commissioners that are there, they will be aware. The section that the individual is to be brought to, a commander would be there.
So
when they are coming there, most of the time they used to come there. So when they are brought, what do we do? We book down the prisoner's name. The individual who escorted the prisoner. We also write the individual's name. And we put it inside our book. We issue a receipt and give to that person. And that person will go with his receipt. And then we keep the prisoner. That was how we operated.
So, Mr. Jallow, you're trying to tell this commission that you could not disobey an executive order.
Amunta Mr. Jallow benye fo commission enko. New executive order nata kuntonka kamo. Alibuka hanyi ososola.
Yes.
Because you were being given directives by your DG then.
Amunta saying Allah doku bunda nyatonko wole kamo di Allah prali tamaola.
Yes.
And the fact that if you did disobey, you yourself is.
Amunta wole mnyinti itememu officer nyinti doku wala je. Ni balanta utamandila woto isi itafmari fango kulunole. If
you have that disciplinary measures against you, you will even thank God.
So that was the reason why most officers just obeyed the instructions that was given to them.
Yes.
During most of this period that we're talking about, can you tell us who the DG of the prisons was then?
At that time, David Colley was in charge.
David Charles Colley.
Can you also tell us who was the Commissioner of Operations during this period we're talking about?
Otembo fanang afanye njumale mu commissioner ti memmarta do ko lu tamando la je ika fame Commissioner of Operations.
Commissioner siata je minu
commissioners who were under operations. Because each one had their own specific time. No one individual can be there for 22 years. There were many commissioners there.
Na late commissioner Usenu aketa operation tile.
Our late commissioner Usenu was operations.
Commissioner Fall keta operation tile.
Commissioner Fall was operations.
Commissioner Ali Sise keta operation tile.
Commissioner Ali Sise was operations.
Commissioner Lamin Sow Jimbo aketa operation tile.
Commissioner Lamin Sow Jimbo was operations.
So you operation commanders lady.
So all of these were operation commanders.
Mr. Jallow, the time that it was rampant, that most of the people that were being brought in were being detained without any warrant or committal order, who was the commissioner?
Commissioner konga min foten wrong.
Just
commissioner bi jele minu ya lonko I benta afele.
Just as I said earlier,
Commissioner Fall benta afele, Commissioner Usenu benta afele, Commissioner Jimbo benta afele.
Just as I said, there are
bemu moleti minu ya lonko ila mararo kono ikamol natile. So ita fola no ko nyinne tasiyata nyindi.
There were many commissioners during whose time these things happened. People like Commissioner Fall, Jumbo, and the others. So you cannot say categorically who it was during whose tenure these things were rampant.
Was Commissioner Jamal?
Because there were many commissioners.
But during
the tenure of all of these commissioners, people were brought in. All of these field coups, all of that, people were brought in.
So,
that is the way it was.
Thank you very much. We've also received evidence in this commission that certain persons who were to be admitted in the remand wing who were waiting for their trials and were not convicted would be sent directly to the security wing when they're brought in. Can you tell this commission why that is?
The reason for that, in any place, there is always a leader. When someone is brought from the outside and the person is brought to the remand, it is left to the authorities. They will direct that the person is taken to the security wing. Sometimes
the deed or the crime that person committed is always the reason for taking that person to the security wing.
But anyone that is a remand prisoner, and you are brought in as a remand, you should be at the remand. But everyone in your own home, you would know how to handle your own people. Some people come in there, so you cannot take those type of people to remand. Remand is a public place. There are many people there. That place is crowded.
So if you want to take some particular people to that place, you will create a problem. That's why if some people just arrive there, they look at his nature and take him to the security wing.
But if the person goes to the security wing, Anything that is the individual's right is accorded him or her. When your visitor comes, you'll be brought out. You go and see your visitor.
Mr. Jallow, but we have received evidence before this commission that when the remand prisoners are placed in the security wing, they lose the privileges that they would have enjoyed if they were at the remand wing. One of the privileges is that they are not allowed cooked food from home. If that is correct, can you shed more light on it for this commission, please?
That is true. At that time, the people that went there, they never have that kind of thing. They never allowed their food to come in. They used to eat prison food. That is true. At some point, that was very rampant.
So, Mr. Jallow, you're telling this commission that they were already being treated as if they were convicted when they were still awaiting trial to prove whether they were guilty or innocent.
Mr. Jallow, amunta umo fasong lu ibe mutakanne ko ye nyinkitindile foka pare ka sorong andu wayatara ala kito bang follow andung ima soron follow bari ba mutakanne be kolu ke kangala ko mo soron dingolem foka pare.
Yes.
And this practice was being done against the rules and principles in the Prisons Act.
Amunta kasola lua ikawo ku fasong lumeno tamandi wonya ka anin kasola lua manta.
Yes.
And once again, can you tell us who the DG was at this time at the prisons?
Sain wotembo ila londo to jumale mu DG tunu wotumo.
Ato David Koli Lebije.
At that time, David Koli.
Okay, so if we may move to another topic, can you tell us about the conditions of the cells at the prisons?
Sain ngaboto ngasaun karadola. Selo lumenu be kaso kono je kamolu dundi damenuto. O selo lutaranya benyadile.
If we may start off with the security wing.
Nsa follow security wing la fanna la follow tanka bunda la karola.
Tonya security wing yalong nyindo ko be nyameng division of labor lem.
Truly, when it comes to the security wing, in fact, the way this work is a division of labor. You can be at mile 2
at a security wing
when you are not at security wing. You are inside the yard.
Security wing
you will know that there were many people at the security wing.
Because
and the reason why you would know is because there's a shift responsible for that place. There's a shift in the yard. And there is a shift at remand.
The officer in charge of the main yard.
The officer in charge of the main yard
is the overall boss.
Is the overall boss. He used to sign
all the documents concerning each place.
Because now taking over for pareta handing over confinement la rolo abanyinin kalale. After
he the taking over and the handing over, he will demand for the role of the confinement.
Officer in charge mimbeje obe rolo nyindila la bafala ko ngani nangam le take over B.
And the officer in charge will present the role to him and tell him this is the number of prisoners that I took charge of today.
Mimfanambe remind wing.
The one also at the remand wing
officer in charge take over.
Would also number of individuals that I took over today.
In a gate lodge.
If you come to the gate lodge,
distribution box board obj.
There's a distribution board.
Security wing la rolo.
The role of the security wing.
Female wing.
The female wing.
Main yard.
the main yard,
remand wing,
the remand wing,
ni hospital sotota,
if there's a rule for the hospital,
ni outside sotota,
if there is one for outside,
abeka safe waleto.
All of them are written on that board.
So wo officer in charge mimbe yado kono.
So that officer in charge who in the yard
wole ka buko nyin sign
would sign the book.
Wole mu chief fenkoti officer in charge.
That is the chief officer in charge.
Wole mar nyunu be batele koto.
And all of these individuals are under that person.
Because main yard le warata abeti.
Because the main yard is the biggest of the whole place.
But
you can be at work within mile 2,
security wing.
But you would not be at the security wing.
Mr. Jallow, can you tell this commission, have you personally ever been to the security wing before?
Security wing follow.
Yes, I once went there.
Thank you. And from that time that you had been there, can you tell us what is the condition of the security wing cells?
Woto kabo tembola ite menjije yemelong wo selo lumen be security wing wo latara nyaabe nyaadile
selo kono confinement be nyaamen no mold overseata no njebak.
The way the confinement was at the time, there was overcrowding.
Mo siata back.
There were many people.
Different people all lebije.
They were different people.
Because jail maximum security.
Because that was the maximum security.
Jail mo siata auto back.
There were many people there.
Is it also correct to say that you are telling this commission that the fact that
benyin fono la nyum commission ko niaje je fata hanufo adeteta mune ya sabu
there was a mixture of persons placed in that wing?
Yemo façon sifa jamal kafu nyoma ke dundio dinkirato.
Being those who were brought there rightly by a court order or committal?
Walem nyinte modol nati je wol botanan kiti bundale la nin kaytolu nata koy sorontale.
Being those who were to be placed in the remand wing but instead brought to the security wing?
Dolu bije wol nyanta tala remand bari ke tentendi doron ke samba security wing.
And of the most serious nature, those who were detained without any sort of documentation.
Menu dunta sangarata wole me ka menu nati la wonya inin kayti manna ka fo menni muta molu ke sindije.
Yes,
yes, that is true.
And can you tell us the particular way those who were brought in without any documentation were treated at the security wing?
Saying afonye ikaw mo mutaf molu fasongulu nati nyameng meni alon koy bu ka kayti nati ke nati la wole nyama ikawlu ke nyaadi ke topotoje nyaadi le kamune kela
o security wing beje wato minna.
At the time I was at the security wing,
ngawati dantan sotoje
I spent quite some time there
before
I went to Makati.
Bari beje wato minna.
But at the time that I was there,
detainees
were brought there.
The
detainees that came, that found me there.
Jumo
Saho.
Lalo Jaite. Umar
Dabo.
Mo Jamal Minialon Conte Beto Folano because I met ale.
And many other people whose names I cannot recall because it's been a long time. All of them suffered there.
Can you tell us how they suffered? Because because in your statement, periods. Can you explain that to the commission?
Yes.
Yes. I said that to them.
Because
because those detainees, they used to keep them there and they had no rest. They had no visits. If you allowed them to have visits, or if you brought them outside for a considerable period, if you are found there, you too will be locked up in the same place, or you will be dismissed. Within us and them. We were junior officers. We used to spend the night there with them. We used to spend the whole day with them there. The morning with them. They also knew that as junior officers, the problem is not on us. For us, work is what our business was. But the condition that they were in was not even pleasing to us. But we dared not do anything about it. Because the service is based on orders. If you are told that these particular people are sealed, and you say that you are going to take them out of the seal, you will have a problem. If they get sick, we used to complain to show to them that so and so person says that he or she is not well. If we are told to take the person to the clinic, we find someone who will escort that person to the clinic. If you take that person like that outside without reporting first, if you are caught doing that, you will have a problem.
So you have to report first.
So you have to report first. And you'll be told to take the person or not to take that person. That was the way we operated then.
So, Mr. Jallow, you're trying to tell this commission that the detainees were shut out from the outside world in totality.
Amunta saying Mr. Jallow benina fokan commission enko wo muta molu wolu amunta ye nim bantalan kolu talandile fereng niol mang femfen soto nyobala.
Because ibuka soto. So nima soto wato, that means ye nila mol ko dindi nyolale.
Yes, because they never got it. And if they did not get it, it means they could not see each other with their people.
And that they were locked in a cell for more than 22 hours a day.
Yes.
And they were only allowed to come out to actually clean their chamber pots and get another bottle of 1 liter water.
Yenela bantalotraram poto lu seneyandi anin ka jiosoto ibe mendundile famfe kasokon.
Because what oni fano keta somanda ni selo bunda yele.
Yes, because at that time when day breaks and you open the doors to their cells, because even before that, at that time the ceiling used to be hot.
The sun has already risen up.
At
that time the sun is a little bit hot.
Then isine bondi.
You remove them.
Because what do we na benta sumuya kono.
Sometimes if it is during the cold season,
mile 2 ka sumuya bakele.
Mile 2 used to be very cold.
Because moisture mimbe bankoto.
Because the moisture on the ground up. And the place is usually dumpy. And then you know that there's a lot of cold.
So
and if that time comes around, we allow them until the sun is a little bit hot. If I told the person's chamber pot is full, the person can call you and ask you to assist them to empty it. If not, we allow them until the sun rises up and gets hot a little bit. We empty them. We open the cells and they will go and empty their chamber pots. They will clean it. They will also go and take a bath. They will draw their waters in their bottles. Sometimes when they come, they will ask you to allow them to sweep their cells.
Yes, or
you will allow them to return back into the cell. Because they are under seal. That was the way it was.
Mr. Jallow, can you tell us if any of these detainees were at any time tortured or maltreated?
Mr. Jallow, fanyi wo muta molu fo wati kasotole inene kamenu muta ke tajiriyaji wala kakuru ya kolu kela.
Detainees je ntela time ala ente de maje de ntela taroje ala nata ma koy je mammeje o nyama bake.
The detainees,
few months less otoje.
At the time that I was there, by the grace of God, I did not spend a long time there.
Because ntebe yado le kononu.
Because I was in the yard before.
Because afternoon fango yini ka yado la bake nu.
I wanted you, in fact, to ask him more about the yard. I replaced someone there.
So that
was where I was a little bit.
But
the time that I was there, I cannot say that there were no beatings. But during my time, those that came there first, those that found me while I was still there, I cannot say, I'm not saying that they were not beaten. But they weren't beaten in our presence. If I told they came to collect them and took them there. For instance, if they took them to the NIA, whatever they did there, I wasn't aware.
Mr. Jallow, sorry, I would like to take you back a little bit.
Mr. Jallow,
and I would love you to answer my questions. My question is, were you aware of any tortures or maltreatment of the detainees that were at Mile 2 Security Wing?
Menube Security Wing Mile 2. Itela wotaro kono je. Foi bota nyin kalamale wo wuche kono ibeda menje. Fo ibota tajire ya kalamale bangwala kukurungu ka ke.
I'm not asking you if you physically saw it.
Mafo fo ite fango ma beta wala aketenya la ya sedea bari foi si bwa kalam.
I'm asking you to tell this commission, from your observation, from your 30 years of experience in the service, have you been aware that the detainees were at any point tortured or maltreated?
Wala mnyinti ila sanji tansa badoku okono kaso doku la karola fo isibwa kalama mafo isia sede bari fo isibwa kalama ko wo molu menube wo security wing muta molu fo in ye tajire ya wala kukurun lukelaje fo isibwa kalama
sayin nga nyomoy.
It is now that we are understanding one another.
Mile 2 minketa Mile 2.
What happened at Mile 2? Whether it happened in your presence or not in your presence, the beatings that happened there were too much.
Because people NIA,
they were taken away to the NIA.
You can green junta sol.
They used to come and collect them, these juntas. They will take them away.
Very seriously.
They used to beat them up very, very seriously.
Because
I saw one example. My junior, he was under me in the yard.
Security wing.
And then they moved him to the security wing.
Security wing.
They collected a prisoner from security wing. And took the prisoner away.
Very seriously.
They beat up the prisoner very seriously. They returned back the prisoner. When they returned the prisoner, the officer saw the prisoner. And the officer said that he was not going to receive that particular
of the prisoner, well, the detainee that you're referring to.
That was Lang Tombong Tamba.
Lang Tombong Tamba ya pick jele.
Lang Tombong Tamba was picked up there.
Ya samba.
And taken away.
Ya samba damento exactly manjelong.
Wherever he was taken to exactly, I cannot tell.
Mr. Jallow?
Mr. Jallow?
Can you tell us who picked him up?
Afanye Jumale nata kamaji.
NIA nata kamaji.
It was the NIA that came to pick him up.
Ya samba.
They took him away.
Ya lipa very seriously.
They beat him very seriously.
Ya sendinang.
They brought him back.
Si na one officer bijenum PO ikafaye PO Ibrahim Sise.
One of our officers called PO Ibrahim Sise. We used to call each other Keng Keng Keng.
Wolebe duties lanu wolung. Ya pick a bulu.
They picked him up from him.
NIA pick a bulu ya samba.
The NIS picked him up from him and took him away.
Bri lakurata abalaje.
When they were done with him,
ya murundi nang.
They brought him back.
Sise ala condition o jube.
Sise looked at his condition.
Because aje nya minna.
Because the way he saw him,
bring akata.
When he was going,
atata nyameng.
The way he went out
was
not the same way he returned.
Because another wato minna.
Because the time he returned,
abalo belam furinne.
He was weak.
Ni fanga ya jebal nako ya butele.
If you looked at him, you would know that he was beaten.
Wow, nyabuka dunoke.
Because the eye does not carry the load. But whatever it can carry, it knows.
So when Cisse
saw that, he knew that this guy was beaten.
Because Cisse
said he would not receive him. He said either they took him to the hospital so that he gets treatment
a medical paper
and he gets a medical paper
medical paper
and that he should come with that medical paper
so medical paper receive
so that they will receive that medical paper
what's a color evidence
so that would become his evidence.
Because
God forbidden God forbid if these guys left and something happens to Lantombong subsequently, and if he loses his life, it will be said that he died inside the prison. They would not say that he died at the NIA. They would say prisons. And prisons will have a... But after Cisse refused, that became a disaster for Cisse. Cisse was charged. They detained him. And then he was dismissed. He left work. He was dismissed like that and he lost his work. As a family man,
he find it very tough.
He found it very tough. He suffered a lot. God helped him.
Joined drug squad.
And he joined the drug squad. And God blessed him there. And that is where he's currently at. After that incident happened there, nobody dared say anything again. That was the way things were.
Thank you. Who charged Cisse?
Jumale Cisse Kalame, me ya charge.
And can you tell us where he was detained and for how long?
Andung afonyem bria Kalame wonya ya sindi mintole aning ay wati jelle kije.
Cisse wato mina ay kumofo.
At the time that he made this statement,
it had a report of the David Kolilella.
A report was given to David Colley.
But
I don't know who gave the report to him.
But Cisse detained confinement.
But Cisse was detained at the confinement.
From there, inata samba David ya.
From there, they took him to David.
David nata bay.
And David dismissed him.
So atanya keta wala nyama.
And that was how he left.
But in ntalo nano mintata a report.
But I wouldn't be able to know who went and reported him. Because his arrest, he was not. His detention was not for long.
Because
at that time there were people. You don't even know who was who. You are always careful.
Thank you, Mr. Jallow. So, in answer to that question, you're telling us that it was the then DG, David Colley, that ordered for his arrest and detention, and later on dismissed.
Amunta inumbara Mr. Jallow. Karo tembo kumola tatenya mwe nyina itandiko kango puruka muta aning kango puruka asindi dinkira kilingoto aning klabang abaila do kola mosafo ila DG memu David Colley asababu keta wolte.
Atelem Director General.
Yes, he was the Director General.
Atelem Marata Mobela.
He was responsible for everyone.
Alai Marari fem Jamale Diala.
God gave him control of many things.
Because
Because it is God that put him as our head. Nothing could happen within mile 2, which he wasn't aware of. And it is not, it never going to be possible that he wasn't aware. Therefore, if Sise is dismissed, he was the one that dismissed him. He was the one that made dismissals. He promotes people. He demotes people. If he wants to transfer you, he will transfer you. If he wants to dismiss you, he will dismiss you. And whatever manner he wants to do, whatever he wants to do to you, he will do. Nobody dared say anything. So Sise's problem, he was the cause. I can say that David Colley did it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jallow. Mr. Chair, I think this is a good point to take a break, and we'll continue after the break with the witness.
Indeed, thank you very much, Council. We will take a 30-minute break and come back 10 minutes past midday. Meeting's adjourned.